Well, it's your boy Honcho's house. I'm back with a quick video. So DDG has been granted permission to see his son Halo out in Italy after these domestic violence accusations came from his baby mum, Halle Bailey. So if you don't know who DDG is, he's a popular American rapper and streamer, and Halle Bailey is a very popular actress and singer, also American. So before I get into what's actually happened, let me just show you exactly who I'm talking about so you guys can have a bit of context. So look, this DDG here, that's Halle Bailey and that's their son Halo, yeah? You've probably seen loads of different videos of DDG and his son Halo floating about on TikTok, floating about across social media, right? So anyway, so DDG, real name Darryl Dwayne Granberry Jr, is seeking court-approved visitation rights with his 18-month-old son Halo amid a custody battle with Halle Bailey. So Halle Bailey currently has temporary sole custody of Halo and has filed accusations of domestic violence against DDG. She was posting pictures of bruises and all sorts, saying that he's done a whole bunch of different things. But anyway, so on June the 24th, DDG and his lawyer appeared in a Los Angeles court to request visitation while Halle was filming in Rome in Italy, while she films out there for a movie, right? Now, the judge allowed DDG to visit Halo, but only under the supervision of a professional monitor, not DDG's mother, as Halle objected due to alleged enabling behavior. But DDG is actually banned from posting any photos or videos of Halo on social media during the visitation period. And as I said, DDG is known for posting videos with him and his son. Like, that's literally where I first started seeing DDG. Videos of him and his son popping up on TikTok, popping up on Instagram. Now, both legal teams are working to find a qualified professional monitor before a follow-up court hearing on June the 26th. And Halle Bailey has explained that she must be in Italy for work because she's filming a movie, and that this income supports both her and Halo. But she's put a temporary restraining order against DDG, restricting his access and interactions with Halle Bailey and Halo. Now, this is because her legal team, her legal filings detail multiple alleged incidents of domestic abuse by DDG, some reportedly witnessed by Halo. And she's also claimed that DDG has not provided consistent support for their child since Halo's birth. But there's been a lot of stuff that people have been speculating about these two. I don't really know the full story. Like, I kind of know she's been saying a bunch of things and people have been outing her. But also, I don't know. But look, we're going to get into this video that's saying that Halle Bailey has exposed DDG's mum and the visitation war over baby Halo explodes. So look, let's get into this.
Okay, you guys, so things just exploded behind the scenes between Halle Bailey and DDG. And this time, it's not just about them. His mama is now caught in the middle of a messy visitation battle over baby Halo. So Halle Bailey already has a restraining order out on DDG, claiming that he has been abusive towards her. So she requested supervised visits with DDG and Halo, and the judge agreed. So DDG requested that his mom be the one supervising his visits with baby Halo. But Halle was like, hell no, because Halle feels like this woman has enabled her son's toxic and abusive behavior in the past. So letting his mama oversee anything involving Halo was out the question for Halle. So now it's gotten so tense that both sides are trying to agree on a third-party supervisor instead. That's how bad the disagreement has gotten. But to be honest, I think that's the best choice. But Halle wasn't budging either way it went. She made it very clear that DDG's mama will not be involved. But the judge did say that DDG's side made some very valid points, but it just made more sense to have an outside third party.
Now, look, what do you guys think about that? Because that's Halo's grandmother, yeah? And Halle is saying, nah, your mum can't be involved in anything to do with the baby. Like, she can't not be involved in anything, but she can't be the monitor. I don't trust her. She's allowed this behavior from you. Like, it's absolutely crazy. Like, that's supposed to be a family together. That's DDG's mum, and that's his son. Like, surely you guys have just got to work this out. Like, surely you guys have got to work this out. So look, here, this is where we can see that Halle Bailey, gets a restraining order against abusive ex. That's how the BBC are going on, you know. They're just saying he's an abusive ex. But I don't know, man. I wouldn't say that just off of what she said, you can just say that straight away. Like, we don't know yet. We don't actually know yet. But look, we're going to get back into that video and just keep seeing what's going on.
Supervising his visits instead of his mama. Now, one thing that I forgot to add that I just thought about is this is a visit that's coming up where DDG is flying to Italy to see his son Halo. Now, mind you, Halle Bailey was granted an order that allowed her to take Halo out the country to Italy while she shot a movie, so she'll be out there for 2 months. So DDG is going out there and he's going to need someone to supervise his visits. So that is what this is all about. And it's crazy to watch this situation continue to go the way it's going, because this went from 2 people in love to a nasty custody setup and full-on conflict. A true mess. So with all the legal teams involved, the emotions running high, this whole visitation plan has turned into a legal standoff. And let's be real, if you're refusing to let...
Now look, it's not sounding good for these two, man. It's sad. Like, if you're gonna have a baby together, then you really just gotta make sure that you stay on good terms. You know, I don't know why people can't do this. Usually, it seems like one of the persons in the relationship is gonna be a bit crazy. Now, I'm trying to find some of the accusations that Halle Bailey actually said. Right, like I'm sure she put up some pictures of some bruises and stuff like that. All right, cool. So here we got the pictures, right? So this is what she's putting up. Let me move myself out the way for you guys. Oops. This is what she was putting up. This picture here. And this is how she was granted a restraining order. She put up a couple other pics here too. Chips in the teeth, some bruises on the arms. What are you man saying about that? What are you saying about that? Is that domestic abuse there? You guys let me know. I'm not even saying whether it is or not. The chips in the teeth, how's that happening? How is that happening? Now, I'm sure I saw a lot of stuff where DDG was actually responding to this whole situation and pretty much just making her, whatever she's saying, not look valid. But again, I can't really find exactly what I'm talking about. But this is DDG's first stream after Halle put the restraining order on him, and he was with Aiden Ross, right?
Why are they saying GGTMZ? Let's see. Why are they saying GGTMZ? Alright, looking at her story now. What? Oh.
Man.
All that. Don't even.
That can't even be real.
All that, bro. All that.
But that can't even be real.
What?
That's the thing.
But don't even. But you remember we talked about last night? All that. Let me say something. It's not.
No, I'm saying, but I don't know where that even came from.
Yo, stop these fake allegations. Chad, DD is not gonna come on the stream. He's just gotta go handle what he gotta handle. It's all love to my brother. We will figure something out.
Shout out to D.
Crazy, right? So this is after.
Trying to stay consistent, you know. I'm just doing this.
Alright, so he's not really saying much there. But guys, what do you think about this whole situation? Now he's been granted access to visit her, but he's still got a restraining order on her, on him. It's just all a bit of a confusing situation, but I don't know, man. You got to be very careful with who you choose to have kids with. That's all I'm gonna say. Like, I don't know. I'm not concluding this story on either side or picking a side. I'm just saying, like, yo, if this was what it's gonna be like when you have kids with someone, make sure you're very careful with who you decide to have kids with, because getting courts involved, all that sort of stuff, not allowing the mum to be the monitor, just not getting on with each other. Like, you got a whole kid there, you're a family, so really you need to figure it out for the sake of the baby. But I don't know, man. Just make sure you're careful with those people that you have children with. Pick them carefully, man. Spend a lot of years with them before you do that. But anyway, guys, let me know your thoughts on this whole situation. Who do you think's in the right? Who do you think's in the wrong? Whose side are you on? DDG or Halle Bailey? Let me know, guys. Make sure you subscribe to Honcho's House. I'm out for now.